Here's what people don't talk about enough about when a relationship ends. You can lose yourself in a relationship over many, many years, being part of a couple, being a we instead of just a you. So it might not happen all at once. Sometimes it just happens slowly. You spend years trying to keep the relationship together, especially at the end, maybe sacrificing yourself. Maybe you try to make yourself small so that you don't start arguments. You don't want to be problematic. Maybe you're just quietly trying to keep the peace, trying to be understanding, trying to be empathetic, trying to be proactive, trying to be enough for somebody who's maybe not even emotionally available. And little by little, maybe you stop listening to yourself. Maybe your own emotional needs kind of get pushed away, pushed to the back burner. Maybe your hobbies even disappear or your interests start to fade. And you get so used to being needed by everybody else and being reliable and dependable that you start to lose yourself and you forget to ask, what about me? And who am I when I'm not taking care of relationships and other people and responsibilities? So, hi, my name is Andrea Hunt, and I'm a Heartbreak to Healing EFT tapping coach, the founder of Living Deliberately Today, where I help women to release emotional pain after a relationship ends and rebuild their own self-trust and reconnect with themselves after heartbreak. And one of the biggest things that I see a lot of women face is after a breakup, they're not just missing the relationship, they're missing who they were and wondering who they are now. So it's realizing, when you think to yourself, I don't even know myself anymore. Does that sound like you? So if you're trying to rebuild your sense of self after heartbreak, there are 3 things that I think are genuinely helpful for you to keep in mind. The first thing is start doing things that reconnect you to you, whether it's old you or the new you that you want to be. Take that solo trip, start taking a language, do something that's out of your comfort zone, something that can differentiate where you were versus where you're going. Learn French, take a salsa class, I don't know, start a Zumba class or something like that. Learn guitar, take piano. Do some of those things that maybe you've always wanted to do, but you didn't have time, you didn't have maybe the confidence or something like that. And you thought maybe, okay, later I'll do that. Well, maybe now is the time, because this is a period during your healing journey where it's important to reconnect with yourself and try new things. Get out of your comfort zone. There's no better time than right now. Plus, it's a fantastic chance to socially get together with different communities and people so that you can have new people also going into the new phase of your life. So when you do these things, it's not because you're trying to, become a totally different person overnight or something like that. You're just expanding your sense of self and allowing yourself to try new things. Because every new experience can help wake up parts of you again or maybe show you new things. So, number 2, stop defining yourself only who you are to other people. As women, we can be so reliable and wonderfully empathetic and supportive to other people, but we need to remember that we are our own person too. It's very common that people can think they're an amazing mother, but we are also an amazing person, an amazing woman. So don't forget to include yourself there. And also we can be amazing friends and sisters and daughters and everything like that. But who are we just without those things as ourselves? Because you matter too. And your entire existence cannot only be about caregiving and nurturing when you're not doing it to yourself and allowing yourself to be whole. So number 3, let yourself explore who you are now. Not who you were before the relationship, not who other people need you to be. What about yourself? Who are you now? What excites you? What brings you peace? What passions do you have? What kind of life do you want to create for yourself? So often after a relationship, we look around and we just see a giant hole of what our life was. I can totally relate to this. But the moment that you can start with the reframe of seeing it as a blank piece of paper for you to write anything that you want on into your future, that's when you can finally make the shift into seeing your life as something for you. and the other people around you, of course, but for you going forward. Because healing after heartbreak is not just, moving on from somebody else. It's about creating something for yourself again, because you deserve that. And if this resonates, go ahead and give me a like, show me a comment, and go ahead and follow for more, and see you next time.